bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Corsair, thin skin. When I'm shaving down there, not just any razor will do. Venus for pubic hair and skin, with a patented irritation defense bar. For a smooth shave with blades that barely touch skin.
I'm a Venus.
Monday on ET, Viola Davis takes us through her powerful new memoir and the huge surprise she got from Oprah.
I can confirm it.
Then we're catching up with Jessica Biel talking her TV transformation in Candy.
Oh, it makes me horrible. I'm having an affair.
Happening now.
The first real test of a 10-day turnaround for critical incident footage from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office ended with body cam footage not being released. We talked with the sheriff about why.
There was a lot going on this weekend, including the Great Texas AIRSHOW and the Poteet Strawberry Festival. I've got your weekend forecast coming up, but we've also got to talk about Monday's chance of showers and storms.
And one person's trash is another person's treasure. On this Earth Day, how works of art are diverting thousands of pounds of trash from local landfills. The News at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, a shooting unfolding on the far west side. This near Petranco Road and Loop 1604.
2 people are in the hospital, 1 person in custody. Patty Santos joins us live from the area where it happened. Patty, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we can tell you we are waiting right now in a few minutes to get some information from police department. But if you're familiar with this area, it happened here off of the access roads near 1604 in Petranco, and an entrance that's between Walmart and the Costco. We know it's a shooting because if you take a close look at the van that's right in front of us here by where those detectives are standing, we can see at least 4 bullet holes on that van. It looks like there are 3 vehicles that are involved in this. If you pan over to the left here, you can see that there's 2 other vehicles. At this point, we're still waiting, but we know that we did see a woman and a child here talking to police. There was also a suspect, or a person, excuse me, that was inside a vehicle talking with police. We don't know if that's a suspect, or we don't know if that is a witness. But again, we are just waiting to get more information. As soon as we get that, we're going to bring it to you. But we also want to let you know that the access road here is partly closed. So there's only 1 lane going south here. So if you want to try to avoid this area if you can, if you're listening to us, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Patty. A man who evaded a deputy with prongs from a stun gun stuck in his back yesterday. Well, now he's in custody. He is 39-year-old Robert Pena. He was arrested this morning when he went to update his sex offender registration at the sheriff's office. The stun gun prongs were still intact. That's because during a struggle with a deputy in a northeast side neighborhood yesterday, Pena broke the wires from the stun gun and drove away. Pena was questioned by the deputy after someone reported him as a suspicious person.
The first test of a 10-day turnaround policy for Bexar County Sheriff's body cam footage has now ended, with the agency refusing to release it. The video showing the death of Robert Inocencio was the first critical incident since commissioners approved that shortened time to release images. Garrett Berger explains what the sheriff now has in mind and what a former commissioner thinks about all this.
As Bexar County Sheriff's deputies tried to arrest 18-year-old Robert Inocencio on felony warrants April 5th, the sheriff's office says 1 deputy was shot. That led to an hours-long standoff, at the end of which Inocencio was dead. Though Sheriff Javier Salazar says they still don't know if a deputy shot him or if he killed himself.
There was a big exchange of gunfire and several volleys.
Whatever the case, body camera video of the incident is not being released at this time, the sheriff said, based on the request of Inocencio's mother, who he says saw it first.
Absolutely. You know, there's the public's right to know on certain things. However, with regard to a grieving mother and having to take those feelings into consideration and just trying to do the decent and right thing, I'm going to do it.
In December, county commissioners passed a body camera policy for critical incidents similar to SAPD's. Former Precinct 3 Commissioner Trish DeBerry had pushed for it to include the 10-day turnaround. Now running for county judge as the Republican nominee, DeBerry believes the video from this case should have been released.
When I talk about the slippery slope regarding decisions that are being made, exceptions that are being made across the board, if we do that and we continue to do that, the policy then becomes a paper tiger policy with no teeth.
Salazar, though, says his agency has its own policy, and he plans to keep on including families' discretion.
At some point, our policy will probably end up looking a lot like what their their wishes were for us. So we're trying very, very hard, but at this point, we're trying to respect the wishes of the suspect's family.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Santos is out there right now. We're going to take you back to the scene of that shooting. Patty.
I'll just go ahead and start. Okay. So officers received a call at a little after 3 o'clock this afternoon for a shooting in progress here at the Walmart located off Petranco near 1604. When officers arrived, they found 2 victims who were suffering from gunshot wounds. We had a Hispanic male, 40 years old, who had several gunshot wounds. He was transported to a local hospital. His front passenger also suffered from a gunshot wound. They were both in the van that you see behind me. We had the individual who shot those individuals stayed at the scene. From what I understand, he was the one that called police and stated that he had shot 2 individuals. There was a witness who heard gunshots as she was pulling into the Walmart parking lot and stated when she pulled up, she heard the gunshots and she saw the suspect outside of his vehicle holding a gun to the victims in that van. Officers arrived on scene. They immediately took custody of the individual with the gun. He was in the Honda Civic that's behind us. He did have a front passenger, a female, in the front passenger seat. I believe she's 24 years old. There was also a 4-year-old child in the back seat. All the individuals in the small 4-door vehicle were unharmed. We're unsure what happened at this time, but we are investigating this. It's very preliminary information. We have detectives on scene who are trying to see if they can find any surveillance video that might have shown what happened between these 2 individuals.
Was the shooter a police officer?
We do have information that he was an off-duty officer. I don't have any information. All I know is that he did stay at the scene and he was transported over to homicide and they are speaking with him now.
He's a police officer with SAPD?
No, he is not a SAPD officer. All I know is that he's an off-duty officer. I just don't know what jurisdiction.
The people who were involved came from a small gray car.
Correct.
And what does the little white car have to do with this?
So the individual in the white car, that's
what you're listening to is a briefing from SAPD regarding this shooting incident that happened outside of a Walmart, in between a Walmart and a Costco on 1604 and Petranco Road. We're being filled in on the idea that the suspect stayed on the scene, called police. The person who did the shooting allegedly is an off-duty officer.
Yeah, that's the same person who called police, and a 40-year-old male and another male inside a van were hit. They were taken with their injuries to a local hospital. Again, this is happening at a Walmart parking lot at 1604 in Petranco. Our Patty Santos is out there. Hope to have another live update from Patty before this newscast is over, or certainly during the 6 o'clock news. Moving on now, he is running for governor and is back in San Antonio. Beto O'Rourke making a campaign stop today at Pick's Bar on the north side. It was a pretty full house. His visit just one day after Governor Greg Abbott made his own stop in San Antonio to talk public safety with DPS Director Steve McGraw and the Deputy Sheriff's Association of Bexar County. Today, O'Rourke's focus, lowering property taxes, easing inflation, and improving education.
Want to take you out with TransGuide, Traffic Authority. You could see traffic here at 410 westbound at Cherry Ridge. There appears to be an officer who's pulled over a car, possibly a little accident, fender bender there. No other emergency vehicles, but traffic generally is slow at this hour, and it certainly is crawling along right now.
Yeah, drivers need their sunglasses this afternoon. That wasn't the case yesterday. Clearing happened a lot quicker today, and as a result, more sun and also a warmer day for us here as we wrap up the work and school week. Thanks to our weather watchers for sitting in these temperatures on a Friday afternoon. 91 Eagle Pass, 90 in Del Rio, 85 in West Kerrville, 88 in Schertz, 85 Windcrest, 84 Bulverde, and 86 in Canyon Lake. So nice and warm, and it's going to take several hours for temperatures to fall out of the 80s after the sun goes down. Mostly clear through about 10 o'clock or so, and then those clouds will build back in overnight. Also staying quite windy this evening. More on your weekend forecast and Monday's Today's rain chance coming up in just a bit. Ursula.
Thank you so much, Katie. It is Earth Day, and it's why we're talking about becoming more environmentally friendly for a number of reasons, including your own health.
Now, if you use plastics daily, listen to this. Studies have shown, and scientists are showing, that microplastics are tiny particles of plastics in our air, food, and water. Well, now they're finding them in our bloodstream. And while it's unclear how big of a health problem this is, researchers are concerned.
Whether it's a plastic bag or an old soda bottle or whatever, when they break down in the environment, they don't disappear. They just get into smaller and smaller pieces. But
kind of creepy. Experts say these smaller pieces can reappear in bottled water or the food you eat. And the pandemic, of course, didn't help because a lot of people ate out and had their food delivered. So what's being done right now? At least 8 states have banned single-use plastics. And the Department of Energy and Environment says adding fees on those disposable bags is an effective way to reduce their use.
Let's continue talking about Earth Day now. New at 5, from all the plastic products we use to the food scraps that end up in landfills, some of our habits aren't necessarily environmentally friendly. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has some simple things that you can do at home to help protect the planet.
Plastic bags. Worldwide, we use some 5 trillion a year. If you'd like to reduce how many you use, try reusable silicone bags. Consumer Reports' Perry Santana Choate tried some out.
The baggies we tried out are meant to replace your plastic sandwich and snack bags. They're made from silica, a natural and abundant element found in sand and rock.
You do pay more for them up front, but you reuse them. Just toss them in the dishwasher or wash by hand. These W&P bags are her top pick. They're easy to open and close, resist leaks and stains, and they're great for freezer storage and for sous vide cooking. But before you go out and buy,
you can just use whatever you have at home already. So reuse those plastic Tupperware containers, reuse your mason jars.
Another way to reduce your food waste is to compost your inedibles, things like banana peels and grapefruit rinds and other food scraps. Perry checked out several indoor composters, helpful if you're short on outdoor space.
Many of these require worms and microbes that help break down the foods you're scrapping. But there's also the ick factor. They smell, they can attract pests.
The Vitamix food cycler skips the worms and just grinds and breaks down your food in a few hours. After that, it will break down faster in landfills.
For the most high quality compost, the kind of stuff that you want to use for your plants in your garden, you're going to want to go with worms.
She says this urban worm bag is convenient and can handle 6 pounds of scraps. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
It's all about the worms.
We told you about microplastics winding up in what you consume and how to reduce plastic use in your daily life. But if you can't ditch it all together, there is a reason to hang on.
When we come back, we're going to introduce you to a local nonprofit that uses imagination and creativity to repurpose your recyclables. You're watching the news at 5. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, I'm Myra Arthur. A Texas National Guard member is missing after reports of him trying to help a woman attempting to cross the Rio Grande near Eagle Pass. This is one of the stories that we're working on today for the news at 6. The Texas National Guard actively searching for that soldier. Erica Hernandez has the latest on that search. Plus, on the eve of her public corruption trial, indicted ex-constable Michelle Barrientos Vela tries to get evidence from the star witness thrown out. We're going to go inside that courtroom with Dylan Collier coming up on the news at 6. We'll see you then.
Thank you so much, Myra. Turning cardboard and plastic into so much more. It's the basis behind the local nonprofit called Spare Parts San Antonio.
With a bit of imagination, this organization turns your recyclables into refreshing works of art. And as RJ Marquez explains, it's a concept that has helped divert thousands of pounds from local landfills.
With a mix of color, crafts, and creativity, this store in the North Side is giving new life to these items and materials.
You could make awesome, amazing things with secondhand materials. We call them pre-loved.
Spare Parts is a local nonprofit that opened its Center for Creative Reuse in late 2020. Their goal is to not only give people ways to be creative, but also to help the environment by promoting sustainability through the arts.
We are helping prevent these items from ending up in the landfill, and by getting them back out into the community.
Last year, the center diverted more than 21,000 pounds from landfills, served nearly 1,000 customers, and now has an outreach program.
We have educators that go out to events and they set up tables, and we do little crafts with kids where we give educators information on how they can bring in reuse materials into the classroom.
And with spare parts, there's more than one way to be eco-friendly on Earth Day. You can buy, donate an item like this one right here, or also volunteer with the nonprofit organization. Maggie Peachy says it's inspiring to see what people can do with repurposed materials.
The ties that we have, and they make bags and they give them to women's shelters. People will get stuff for wreath making and just all like home decor.
Peachy says it's a team effort to help the environment, and they just want to do their part.
Think of being eco-friendly, eco-conscious. You recycle your aluminums, glass, things like that. But you can also do that by coming here. Sometimes it's little changes. You don't have to do a lot.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Looking outside with live cam, turned out to be a pretty nice day.
Happy Earth Day.
Yes. Happy Earth Day, everyone. I like what she said there. Little things that all of us do really do add up to a lot when we talk about the issues facing us in terms of climate change. It seems overwhelming for one person to try to fix it all, but if we all do a few things differently, it adds up, and that's true when it comes to recycling and composting and all of that. So happy Earth Day. Little fun facts for you here. I thought, well, what's the hottest San Antonio's ever been on Earth Day, and what's the coldest we've ever been? Well, our hottest Earth Day was back in 1982. We got up to 96 that day. But the coldest we've ever been on Earth Day, 53 degrees for a high temperature on April 22nd, back in 2009. Thankfully, not too hot today. We have made it into the upper 80s across most of San Antonio. Some spots, especially south of Highway 90, along and south of Highway 90, have been able to jump into the low 90s this afternoon. Clearing happened much quicker today, so we started to see some peaks of sun even by lunchtime, and now skies are mostly clear. We've just got some fair weather cumulus clouds out there, also a few high thin clouds moving in from the west. So this evening, you may see a few of those high thin clouds from time to time. We'll keep your skies mostly clear until about 10 o'clock, and then low clouds will start to build back in, just like what's happened over the past several nights. So even becoming mostly cloudy by 11 p.m. and then after midnight, skies will become overcast once again. It will be windy and humid this evening. Temperatures slow to fall out of the 80s. Look at our wind gusts all night long, up to about 35 miles per hour. Here's a look at the current wind gusts, and that's about where we are, 35 miles per hour. Even a few spots like Hondo there with the gusts closer to 40 miles per hour. And the wind that has become a lot more noticeable today is going to hang around all weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday, our wind gusts will be up 40 miles per hour at times. So the wind will continue to be very noticeable all through the weekend. Our wind gusts will start to drop off by early next week. It'll just be more breezy than anything else, but certainly wind will be a factor for your plans this weekend. That includes for the Great Texas Air Show starting tomorrow. Here's a quick look at what you can expect both Saturday and Sunday, because things don't change very much from Saturday to Sunday this weekend. Mostly cloudy, 11 a.m. temperatures in the 70s, starting to clear and seeing some sun by about 1 o'clock, and warm, partly cloudy and windy in the afternoons with, again, gusts as high as about 40 miles per hour at times. So not a whole lot changes over the course of the weekend. The wind will be a factor. We'll start each day with morning clouds, patchy drizzle, breaking through to some sun in the afternoon for a high temperature in the upper 80s. Late in the day on Sunday, there will be the potential for a few isolated showers and storms, mainly north and west of San Antonio. By late Sunday afternoon, early in the evening, we'll have to watch activity over the higher terrain of northern Mexico. It could try to wander toward I-35, and a few storms can't be ruled out off to the north. But by far, the best day for rain over the next 7 days is going to be on Monday. A slow-moving frontal boundary will drop through during the day on Monday and bring us scattered showers and non-severe storms. It looks like the timing here will generally be in the afternoon and evening for the highest coverage of rain. We'll be watching that closely over the weekend, so keep checking back with us via the KSAT weather app through Tuesday, when our rain chances come to an end. Here's what we're looking at as far as rainfall totals. More west of 35, less off to the east, but a lot of places could pick up between a half inch to an inch of rain. That's not all we need, but that's not too shabby, and it should help us out. So we have that to look forward to on Monday. For your Saturday, gray in the morning, breaking through to some sun in the afternoon, a high near 87. That wind will be around all weekend, and then our good rain chance gets here on Monday, guys.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
All right, I can't believe that Patty Mills hasn't won this award already. Greg.
Exactly, and just for what he did here in San Antonio. But what's interesting to me is all of us still love Patty Mills, even though he plays for Brooklyn. When we come back, he is up and has won one of those NBA postseason awards. I'll let you know what that is. Him and Bob playing around a little bit. And 2 first-round picks greet the Houston Texans in their draft party coming up this Thursday. Come on. Former Spur, now Brooklyn net Patty Mills has been named the winner of the Joe Dumars Trophy for the 2021-22 NBA Sportsmanship Award. Each NBA team nominated one of their players for the award, with league executives narrowing that list down to a list of finalists, 6 of them in fact, and the NBA players picked the winners. This is a first for Patty, who signed with Brooklyn as a free agent after 10 seasons with the Spurs, including the 2014 NBA Championship. Former Spurs assistant coach James Borrego has been fired as a head coach of the Charlotte Hornets in 4 seasons with the Hornets. Borrego was 138 and 163 as a head coach, and despite improving 10 wins each season in a rebuilding format, the Hornets still let him go, and like the Spurs, the Hornets season came to an end by losing the play-in tournament 2 seasons in a row. The Denver Nuggets are now on the verge of being swept out of the playoffs after losing their 3rd straight game to the Golden State Warriors, who recorded well and recovered well on the road. The Nuggets would actually take the lead in the 3rd quarter by outscoring the Warriors 30-18, but behind Nikola Jokic, 37 points and 18 rebounds. In fact, a finger roll in the 4th quarter put Denver up 111-109, but thanks to Steph Curry and Jordan Poole combining for 54 points and Klay Thompson adding 26 with 6 3-pointers, the Warriors got back into this game. In fact, it was a steal by Draymond Green off Jokic in the final minute that sealed the 118-113 victory to go up 3-0 on Denver.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Houston Texans have 11 picks in the 2022 NFL Draft that starts on Thursday, with 2 in the first round, including the 3rd pick overall and the 13th pick from Cleveland, thanks to Deshaun Watson trade. This year's draft for Houston is a gold mine since they now have 5 picks in the first 80 selections. The man making those selections will be general manager Nick Caserio, after the Texans have come off back-to-back 4-win seasons.
I think the most important thing is just try to continue to build the team. I mean, that's the most important thing, and not get too caught up in, I would say, short term, where a player's picked, who the player is. The most important thing for any new player that comes in our building, rookie, veteran, second-year player, is work hard, be a good teammate, be selfless, put the team first, and just try to make progress and just try to develop your individual skill set more importantly than anything else, okay? And then the opportunities are going to come once we get on the field, and the best people are going to play. I think this time of year, I mean, honestly, it's like silly season. I mean, there's so much misinformation that's out there from, you know, who we've brought in for visits, what pro days I've been to, what players we've worked out that we haven't worked out. So you try to put that all aside.
You know, if I'm a Texan fan, I don't have a lot of confidence going into this draft after hearing that.
Yeah, he was kind of all over the place.
Okay, we'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News is up next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.